Hey guys! Welcome to Turkish series stars. All the details are in our video. Before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed and share this video so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for being here. Famous actor Gökberk Yıldırım has always guarded his personal life like a carefully locked script drawer. He lets the roles speak, keeps the off-screen quiet, and rarely slips. But last night, one photo shattered the calm. On his social media, he posted an intimate snapshot. His profile turned toward a mystery woman, their shoulders almost touching, warm light in the frame, a mood that felt like a confession without a single word. Within minutes, likes exploded, comments poured in, and the question started echoing across every corner of the internet: who is Gökberk Yıldırım's new love? Very quickly, whispers converged on one name: Cemre Arda. She's a recognizable face in the digital world. Elegant, sharp, with a curated feed that blends candid warmth with polished style. No official confirmations, no quotes, no press notes. Just the photo, the frenzy, and fans turning into detectives overnight. The woman in the image wasn't fully visible. The angle hid the face, but not the chemistry. That was enough to set the gossip wires buzzing. Comments flooded in: is this finally a new relationship for Gökberk? Did he open his heart at last? Look at his smile, he looks happy. 3 lines, dozens of interpretations. And he wrote no caption. Not a single word to guide the story. That silence fanned the rumors into a blaze. Fans grabbed onto the details: the set of his shoulders, the way the light fell on their hands, the glass of tea on the table, the hour of the post. Everything, suddenly, was a clue. Meanwhile, attention shifted to Cemre Arda. Followers compared the background in Gökberk's photo with her recent posts. The same wicker chairs, the same lampshade, the same late-afternoon glow, the same date on her story. The internet began pinning strings across a map like a detective board. Some swore the curtains matched. Others insisted they heard the same playlist in the background of a clip she shared. A new romance? The evidence seemed to write itself. Either way, both stayed silent. No denials. No confirmations. Just the shared soundtrack of speculation. Those who remember Gökberk's earlier interview lines, how he hates exposing his heart to the loudness of public life, felt his silence was intentional. Fans split into camps: cautious skeptics who want a straightforward statement, and romantics already shipping them as a perfect match. As long as Gökberk is genuinely happy, wrote one. They'd look amazing together, posted another. But the skeptics countered: we'll believe it when they say it. For now, the entertainment buzz seems to be holding its breath, waiting for clarity. Because if this story is real, it may have been growing quietly for longer than anyone realized. People close to Gökberk mention a shift in his energy these past weeks. Between scenes, he's been lighter, laughing more, lingering with friends a little longer after wrap. He's hinted, never explicitly, about feeling grounded, about finding calm in the chaos. And then, just when the speculation was simmering, the picture arrived. On Cemre's side, the tone of her feed has shifted as well. She's known for crisp lifestyle posts, witty captions, and a feed that balances aspirational style with unpolished honesty. But recently, her captions grew more reflective, the color palette warmer, the camera lingering on soft moments, not just statement looks. A walk by the Bosphorus, a coffee cup with a heart drawn in steam, a song lyric about timing finding you when you stop searching. Was it a clue? Or was everyone reading too much into it? The debate raged on. Another piece of the puzzle lies in their social circles. Both move in similar friend groups, creative types, longtime collaborators, producers who host small gatherings where phones go face down and conversations roll late into the night. Word is they've crossed paths at these intimate events, gracious but careful, never seated too close, never leaving together, never doing anything that would turn a private evening into public proof. Was that secrecy a sign of a budding romance they wanted to protect? Or just two professionals careful not to ignite a storm they can't control? Depends on who you ask. One thing seems certain: Gökberk has learned from the glare of his past relationship headlines. The frenetic attention, the endless interpretations, the narratives written by strangers, he's worn that weight before. It would make sense, now, to keep something real small and safe, letting it develop on its own terms. Perhaps that's why we have only a single photo. Perhaps that's why we have no caption. Perhaps that's why we're listening to silence and trying to translate it. Meanwhile, the picture hasn't budged from the trending lists. Fans keep waiting for a follow-up. A second angle, a tagged hand, a repost, a story shared from the same room at the same hour. Nothing. But rumors inside the industry suggest this closeness wasn't sudden. The story goes that it started with messages. A friendly reply to a story became a conversation that didn't end. Shared jokes turned into shared daytime coffee, then late-night check-ins after hectic schedules. Mutual friends smoothed the introductions, and something gentle started to take root. And here's where it gets interesting. Despite a packed calendar, Gökberk has reportedly carved out time where there seemed to be none. Travel days shuffled, rehearsals managed, brief stopovers turned into longer pauses. He's been known to move mountains for a role. Maybe, this time, he's moved them for something off-camera. Those close to him say this isn't the restless energy of a fling, it's the steady focus of someone making room for what matters. On the other side, people close to Cemre say they haven't seen her this settled in ages. It's not the kind of joy that screams, it's the kind that hums. Fewer nights out, fewer crowded rooms, more mornings that start with quiet. Her approach to sharing has shifted. The edges of her life feel softer, and the center feels more defined. It's like she's stepped into a rhythm, one that makes sense to her, one she doesn't feel the need to explain. Of course, the public eye is watching the smallest tremor. A like at an odd hour. A sudden follow. A comment that looks generic until you notice the timing. Two posts with the same song lyric within a day of each other. Fans chart timestamps and build timelines. And the lack of a formal statement amplifies every breadcrumb. That hush is not nothing, it's the sound of something private negotiating the price of being seen. If they are together, the biggest question is when we'll see them in the same frame. A premiere, perhaps? A dinner at a place where the cameras wait? Or will they pull something unexpected, like a casual, unbothered stroll through a sunlit street and a wave to the lenses, as if to say there was never anything to hide, only the need to find the right moment to be seen? And yet, sources say their friends are committed to protecting these early chapters. They're keeping gatherings small, posting less from shared spaces, keeping photos in private folders. Gökberk, they say, is leading this with intention. He's in no rush to define the story for anyone outside the two of them. If labels come, they'll come because they feel true, not because the weekend demanded a headline. Still, there's an unmistakable electricity. The original photo, with its unspoken tenderness, felt like a doorway cracked open. It's the tone of the image that lingers. The ease of two people who aren't performing, the warmth of a moment not curated for applause. Maybe that's why the internet can't look away. We see a version of love we rarely get from public figures, quiet, unforced, and uncaptioned. Behind the scenes, whispers keep weaving a clearer thread. Their exchanges didn't begin yesterday. They grew from a friendship with comfort built into it. Jokes that survive bad days. Check-ins that arrive right when they're needed. An ease that didn't need an audience. And then, at some point, something shifted. The way they lingered in a conversation felt different. The goodbye stretched a little longer. Suddenly, they were each other's favorite part of the day. Professionally, both continue to thrive. Gökberk is reading scripts, meeting directors, and training for roles with the same disciplined focus that made him a favorite on set. But he's also said to be carving out little sanctuaries in his calendar. Not all the time. Just enough. Because when something matters, you don't squeeze it into leftover hours, you make room for it. As for Cemre, her content has taken on a more cinematic feel lately, light cutting across a kitchen table, a breeze turning a page, a city evening scene through a window. She doesn't say who's with her. She doesn't tag. But fans feel the presence. She looks, to put it simply, content. And that calm is resonating. So, what now? We wait. We watch. We pay attention not to the noise, but to the quiet cues. Maybe there'll be a joint appearance soon. Maybe there'll be a simple story with 2 coffee cups clinking. Maybe they'll keep holding this where it's warm and out of reach, at least for a while longer. Either way, this could be one of the most discussed connections of the year. Not because of scandal or spectacle, but because of how carefully it's being held. Because of that first photo with no caption, and what it dared to suggest. Because of the patience in their silence. In the midst of all this, a few things feel true. Gökberk looks lighter. Cemre looks grounded. Their circles are respectful. The public is curious. And the story, whether it's been sealed with a label or not, is already unfolding in the spaces between posts, in the choices not to share, and in a single image that said more than paragraphs ever could. Will the coming days bring a second photo, another clue, a long-awaited confirmation? Or will we get what many fans admire most, 2 people keeping something precious away from the storm, letting it grow in peace until it's strong enough to stand in the light? All eyes remain on Gökberk for that next move, a new post, a soft reveal, or simply more of the same meaningful silence. And all eyes remain on Cemre, whose feed may continue to whisper what words don't need to say. However it goes, we'll be here watching every step, every pause, every half-hint, piecing it together with you. Because sometimes the biggest story isn't the loudest one. It's the quiet moment 2 people share when they think no one's paying attention. That's all for now. You've been watching Turkish series stars. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe and share this video. See you in the next one.